It's a Monday, we got a brand new 7 days ahead of us, and that means that Call of Duty did end up putting out a blog post talking about those 7 days and what we can expect to see coming over the course of them. We ended up getting some information here that's actually pretty interesting, such things as a new gifting feature coming here within Black Ops Cold War, as well as a little bit of what we can expect in terms of gameplay changes coming as well. So they're going to break down all of that and let you know everything you need to. So as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. Are you looking forward to anything in particular? Maybe hoping to see something pop up that wasn't necessarily mentioned. Whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts down below. But hopefully enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel and you want to help us out on that road to 500,000 subscribers, I'd love to have you in the community. We'll keep it daily with all things you need to know regarding COD. But that said, let's jump right into it. So first thing I want to talk about with this video is the new quality of life feature, if you want to call it that. Not entirely sure what to classify it as, but it's more so on the back end here changing, and that's something that you may not really ever interact with, but I think is a cool feature. This being Battle Pass gifting being introduced for Black Ops Cold War and now Warzone with this current year as well. Now, if you guys remember, this was actually available within Modern Warfare last year for a short period of time, but this is now available with the current year as well, stated in the blog post as being available through the Call of Duty companion app. And while it's not the only way to do it. I just think that it was a kind of subtle push to download the app, but you can use this on the web version of your Call of Duty account as well. Personally, I actually encountered some issues here with it on the companion app. It wanted me to enable two-factor authentication, which is required, but I already had that, so therefore I couldn't re-enroll with it twice, so I couldn't use the Battle Pass gifting functionality, but on the web version I could. But anyways, this gifting feature is a way to pay it forward to players who maybe don't have the Battle Pass, or in this case so far, only the Battle Pass, as it's the only thing available to gift. But this ends up offering the ability to send it to anyone on your friends list through your Activision account, and you can purchase the base variation of it or the 20-tier skip bundle as well for them, depending on what you want to do. For those that already played in the season of the Battle Pass you're gifting, it will grant all retroactive rewards here starting at tier 1 up to wherever they are, and if you end up getting that 20-tier bundle, it will also credit an additional 20 tiers to it as well. Now, if you've already maxed out your Battle Pass or would be maxed out, I'm not 100% sure on it, but I'm fairly certain that Cold War's kind of fixed this and done it right when it comes to extra tokens, and it banks those extra tiers until next season to be applied to the next Battle Pass. Now, the only two catches here with this gifting feature is that you need to have two-factor authentication enabled, as well as being friends with the person you're gifting to for at least 7 days on your Activision account. So far, two things. Number one, I think it's great they're pushing for more account security. I'd always highly recommend a two-factor authentication. And two, the 7 days thing, I kind of understand it, but I also think it makes it a little harder if I say I wanted to gift a few people with Battle Passes, since I usually don't have anybody added on the Activision account side of things outside of those that I play with daily. But you know what? Let's actually do that. If you don't have the Battle Pass, drop your Activision ID down below in the comments, and I'll pick a few people, add you within the next day or so, and then once that week passes, I'll end up gifting you the Battle Pass bundle. Just know that it's going to be about a week or so from when this video goes live because of that 7-day hold, but I'd like to do that for some of you guys. Personally though, I think this is a cool feature and thing implemented into the game. Maybe I'm off base. I never really paid attention to the whole Fortnite gifting thing here that spawned this entire feature, but I think this is pretty cool to be able to pay it forward to somebody who wants a Battle Pass, or maybe in the future, shop bundles or something like that. It makes giving away things a bit easier and showing some love back to those who support the channel. I know that it's kind of a bit of a unique perspective, but I think that's kind of cool where I can directly purchase an item for someone else and it goes directly to their account. But anyways, that was a big key factor in today's blog post. Also, talking about quality of life and blog mentions, Activision mentioned an added incentive to adding two-step verification to your accounts, saying that starting on the 27th, they'll end up granting 2 one-hour double Battle Pass XP tokens as a reward for setting it up and protecting your account a little further. That's actually pretty big because in the past year, we've only had one other double Battle Pass XP token. So 2 for literally just securing your account, that's a huge win. Now, moving over into some in-game stuff here, they detailed a lot of what is to come within Black Ops Cold War. Not so much in Warzone, unfortunately, so this pertaining to a lot of playlists coming in the next week here, we'll see. On Thursday, we're going to see things like Rambo's gun game come into Black Ops Cold War. Now, they don't specify, but I would imagine this then removes temporarily Die Hardpoint, that cranked variation of Hardpoint that ends up having the cool thing like the callable nuke at the end there if you end up getting a 25 kill streak, or rather gun streak, because it requires you to get gun kills with it, but this may be replaced by Rambo's gun game. This is gun game on rotation with 20 weapons, but all with big firepower introductions. The combat bow, the death machine, the RPG-7, even the war machine is added in here with the rotation in this gun game. So all players will be equipped with that plus stim shot, and it should make it a little bit crazy. Now, as with all gun game variations, dying via melee weapons sets you back one stage, and the final kill is going to be required to use the ballistic knife to win the match. So that will be available as of this Thursday and will be the sort of 80s Action Heroes event item on rotation for this week. And if I were to take an educated guess, I think afterwards, as of next week, and then until maybe the end of Season 3, we'll end up seeing that combined mosh pit that we heard about in the Season 3 Reloaded blog before all this ended up launching. So taking Die Hardpoint and Rambo's gun game and having them on offer both for the next 2 weeks to follow after that. So that'd be my guess, but that's available as of this week. They also ended up saying that Snipers Only Mosh Pit will return, while Standoff 24/7 will continue on for a second week, and that Prop Hunt is now front and center in the featured playlist, as Gun Game and Sticks and Stones will continue in Quick Play. So they won't be there on the main menu, but you'll still be able to end up accessing them through that Quick Play selection. They have also mentioned, and they did not specify if it was coming as of this week, that now that we've seen 12v12 on 6v6 maps, that they're going to introduce 6v6 on gunfight maps. So 6v6 face-off. That'll be really interesting because that was something that 12v12 posed maybe some spacing problems out where there were so many people for a smaller map. But when you take the maps that are designed for 2v2 and 3v3 play and then double that player count, those are already much smaller maps to begin with. So I wonder if this will even be more of a giant cluster of mayhem or if it will play similarly. But that may be coming as of this week, and if it does, I'm definitely excited to jump into that. Also coming this week is that of a double XP weekend, but for Black Ops Cold War only. So a little interesting that it's only going to be for Black Ops Cold War, because usually this is in conjunction with Warzone, because so much of the populace that does play Call of Duty is playing Warzone by comparison to Black Ops Cold War. So may try and incentivize you to jump on the mainline title this weekend as well, but that's going to be available from 10 a.m. Pacific time on May 28th through the 31st. Now, before we jump into anything in relation to the final things that were detailed here out of this blog post with the store updates, one thing to note is that this going into this week will be the final full week of the 80s Action Heroes event. Not necessarily the content that comes along with it, Nakatomi Plaza and everything like that will still be in Warzone and Verdansk and all that kind of stuff for the next couple of weeks leading up to Season 4, but the actual limited time event here in which you can end up getting the Flamebearer DMR blueprint, as well as the Ignition Pellington blueprint, that's going to be going away here as of not this week, but next Thursday, and the update that comes along with that. So just make sure that you guys are going for these if you care about the challenges at all and those exclusive blueprints. Just know the event is now entering into the tail end of that event with this week's update. As for the shop items that were detailed here as of this week, we'll see the Death's Veil Maxis bundle, the Road Rage Reactive bundle, and the Xena Cold-Blooded bundles introduced this week. We, of course, don't see these all introduced on Thursdays anymore. We'll see them coming throughout probably 3 different days during the week to spread everything out, and it's entirely optional, but if you do decide to pick up any of these and you'd like to use code ESPRESSO in the Support a Creator functionality in the store, like Sean, Brian, Diego, and Randy have, feel free to tweet me a picture. I'd love to shout out some of your generous support. A big thank you to them and all those of you who use code ESPRESSO in the in-game shop. But the Death's Veil Maxis bundle comes along with the Death's Bride Maxis Operator skin, the Death's Vows Mac 10 blueprint, the Death's Protest RPD blueprint, the Parting Gift Shovel blueprint, the Nailed Down finishing move, the Lethal Blade charm, the Death's Altar vehicle skin, the Zombie Bride calling card, and an unknown base item, which I would imagine is something like an emblem coming along with that. That's going to be available for 2,000 COD points. The Road Rage Reactive bundle will come along for 2,400 COD points, in which it will have the Direct Injection Pellington Ultra Rare blueprint, in which that's going to be the reactive weapon, the Battering Ram AK-74U, an unknown base item here with this, probably something of a melee blueprint or a finishing move, if I were to guess, the Tire Shredder Legendary Vehicle skin, the Stick Shift charm, the Tiniest Violin gesture, the Road Renegade emblem, and the Road Rage calling card. And finally, the Xena Cold-Blooded bundle will come along for 2,000 COD points, in which that has the Backflip Operator skin, which, by the way, if you have not purchased the original Xena Operator pack, this will then grant you access to the Operator as well. There also will be the Heartless FFAR blueprint, the Devil's Breath Diamati blueprint, the Switchblade weapon charm, the Cruel Chrono watch, the Snow Leopard finishing move, and also Snow Leopard pet at that point, the Cyber Queen emblem, and the Cruel Crest sticker. And for right now, that's what we know about for the week coming here in the next 7 days for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And again, not so much Warzone. Kind of surprised they haven't really been giving us much updates here in that regard, but we'll see what happens there. Likely just a playlist update as of this week, but that's where we're at here at this. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to here out of this week being introduced, any playlist, any customization item, maybe that battle pass gifting feature, whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts down below. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Warzone, Cold War, and anything COD related. We'll keep you up to date with absolutely everything you need to know. As well, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Correct live on both those. If you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name has been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.